Hey, trendsetters, here we go. We're going to look at a question that's going to appear on the exam with a concept that we haven't looked at before. We have a Cartesian plane, which we've looked at plenty of times, and we've got one equation. That's cool. Normally we have two equations, don't we? And we either use the x and y table or rise over run to plot the two equations. But we're only given one of the equations, so we have to do some guesswork to draw in the gradient of the other one just using these two clues that they provided. One is the intercept point that the other gradient line will make with equation number 1 gradient line, and the x-intercept, which we haven't looked at before. Oh, I should also say apologies in advance because I'm probably going to cough a lot while I do this video. Can't help it. Get over it. All right, here we go. Let's plot this equation first using rise over run. So we will remember that we will look at this bit at the back first, and we circle whatever comes in front of the number, whether it's a plus or a minus, and we take note of the number, and this is going to be in relation to the y-intercept. The y-intercept is, or the y-axis is this one, isn't it? Running up and down vertically. So we're at plus 4. It's going to be the start point of our gradient line. Boink, plus 4. Now we'll look at what our rise over run is going to be. Remember, if there was a number sitting in here, if it was like 2x, then the rise would be 2, and x we say is 1. So if it was 2x, it would be 2 over 1. Rise over run would be 2 over 1. If it's 3x, then the rise over run would be 3 over 1. When there's nothing in there, we imagine that there's a 1 in there. So the rise over run will be 1 over 1. Okay, so we come down to the start point of the y-intercept, and we go rise 1. We always rise first. Rise 1, run 1. There's our first mark. Rise 1, run 1. If you want to actually go like this, rise 1, run 1 with your pen, too easy. Rise 1, run 1. It's too hard for me on paint. I'm going to stop. Rise 1, run 1. Just going to do it like this. Rise 1, run 1. Rise 1, run 1. We get the picture, right? We're making a pattern. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Okay, we'll get a straight line. We'll go to our start point on the y-intercept, and we will... Nothing happened. We will cut through those plots that we made and cut through the corners of the boxes to make sure our gradient's nice and straight. And that's important with the cutting through of the corners of the boxes. Okay, now we plotted the first equation, just like we've done quite a few times. Now we've got to plot the gradient of the other equation that we haven't been given. But we have been given the intercept points and the x-intercept. What's the x-intercept about? Let's have a look. The intercept point, that's easy. We've done that a few times. 3, 7. Remember that x is the number that comes first. So we will come down to x, 3, and we will come up to 7 on the y. And look at that. That's cool. We have done that correctly, like our first gradient, because the intercept point should be along that gradient, and it is. Hooray. Now, the x-intercept. So the y-intercept was along the y-axis. So guess what? Amazing story. The x-intercept is going to be along the x-axis. And the x comes first in the order, so negative 0.05. So we're going to come over here along the x-axis once again. There's negative 1, there's 0. We want negative 0.5. So it must be somewhere in the middle here, right? 0, negative 1, we want negative 0.5. Cool. Now we're getting somewhere. We've plotted these two clues that they gave us. Now we are going to use a straight line, and we're going to do our best effort of drawing a gradient straight line through those 2 points, through the corners of the box, of whatever boxes we can. Yeah, buddy, nice and straight. Look at that. Now we've got that, now we can try to work out what the equation would be, how we would write it out. So the equation, remember this bit at the back is the y-intercept. So let's use let's lock that one in, and then let's use a different color now to make some marks, orange. So the bit at the back in this one was plus 4 because it started at plus 4. Now we're going to look at the y-intercept here. Here's the y-axis. Here's where it starts at +1. So whatever this equation is going to be is going to be y equals something something +1. Okay, that's where it starts on the y-intercept. This is important to figure out the gradient, the 0.5, but it's not the y-intercept, is it? This is the y-intercept, and that's what comes at the back of the equation. So this equation is going to end with +1. Now, let's have a look at what happens across the other x-axis lines. Here's number 1. We go up, and we meet the y at 3. See, that's where the gradient cuts across at 3. We go to x-axis point number 2 and go up, and the line meets at 5. We go to x-axis number 3, and the line meets at 7, which was our intercept point. We go to number 4 and we go up, and the line meets at 9. Is there any pattern happening here? 1, 3, 5, 7. Hey, is it going up in twos? Let's make sure. 5, and we travel up to see where the line meets, and it's at 11. Amazing story. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. It's going up in, you guessed it, twos. So now I'm going to get a text box here so I can write some stuff, and I'm going to say equation 2 is going to equal y equals the rise over run here, as we said, was rise 2 run 1, 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 rise 2 run 1. So it's going to be 2x, 2 being the rise and x is 1 being the run, plus what we say we were going to end it with, 1 plus 1 is the start point. Bang! Too easy, eh?